Hi guys, welcome back to WebJera. So I showed you that how you can create a blog directory, and then you can show these posts. But navigating through the post is a pain because you have to change the URL manually. It would be better to have an index of all these posts, and we can just click on them and you can navigate. So that's what we are going to do in this one. Now, in order to do that, we need an index file. Okay, so maybe here, if I have index inside this blog directory, it would be easier because this is, I'll show you blog index. That's because if I go to /blog here, this is what it will show. I mean, this index file will be shown. That's useful. Now, what I will do is I'll have a script tag. You already know that the context module script, what happens in it, when it will run, and how useful it is. If you haven't, you can look into my previous videos. Now, in this script tag, we will import all these posts, markdown posts, as modules. So that's possible in white because we have this nice facility maybe called import.meta.glob. Now here what we can do is we can just point it to a directory and then mention the file type. I want .markdown files, and it will actually fetch those as modules instead of like fetching all one by one. If I have to fetch post.md, I have to mention post.md. I mean, maybe import this first, import this next. Instead of having multiple imports, this will do it in one single call. Now if we get it, if we console log it, script must have a this has to be closed. Wow. Okay. Now we don't see anything. That's because that's how it is. Now we see this as this is the path, and this is the function where our post metadata and other things will be. Okay. So how do we get that? Now we got this. Got all the posts here. Maybe I'll add one more because it's better to have three. Third post.md, and I'll call this third. Now we have three of them. Good. All right, let me close them. I'm working on this and close others. Okay, now here we may have to loop through this and then get it into maybe an array of things, whatever we want. We don't want everything, we want metadata. That's what we want, and also path. So in order to do that, we can use for loop for maybe I'll take path, let path in all posts, console.log path. What do we get? Okay, we are getting the path. And how about all posts path? This should get the function. Yeah, we are getting that function. Okay, that's good then. Now here we'll run that function, all post path. We may have to invoke that dot then. This is because once we invoke, we're gonna get things inside here, whatever is inside. We can use an asynchronous function also. That should also work. Maybe I will change that to asynchronous later. Now here we'll get the module, and I can console log module just to see what we're getting here. refresh. We are getting that module and we have metadata here. So this is what we want. Mod.metadata. That should do it, I think. Yes, this is exactly what we want. Okay, now how do we get it? We will const meta, or we can just, you know, we can just destructure here itself metadata. And if I console log metadata, I should only get that metadata there, right? The same thing is happening. Now what I can do, I can just have an array. I'll call this body equals an empty array. I can push these things to body, but I'll do this way. Return I want path and also metadata. Now I'll push everything, this entire for loop, into body, right? I'm guessing that would work. Not really. I have to push entire this thing into body. Yeah, so this should work. Fine. Now if I, after the for loop is over, if I console log body, it should show me an array of meta titles and path. I'll refresh and I go to body is not a function. Oh, body.push, right? Sorry. 3. Okay, yes, we are getting it. But these are all promises, array of promise. I will have to resolve it. That's simple. We'll resolve it in the load function. Yes. So const load equals export. We have to export load equals. This should be an asynchronous function because we are gonna resolve the promises here. Now const I'll call this posts equals promise dot all and this body. Okay, now if I console log posts, at least now it should show us all of it. Blog is not found. Why blog is not found? What do you mean? And that's okay. Promise.pending. Why, I just resolved it. Oh wait, okay. Sorry about that. Yes, finally we got all the path and metadata. We'll use it. Now we know how we send it, right? We do the return function, we send props, and then inside we can send posts. Now once we send it, it's very easy to receive. How do we receive it? Export let posts. Okay, and here I'll just have json.stringify posts. All right, we got it. Now we'll have to show it in a nice way. That will do. Each posts as I'll call this item instead of post. You can call this post /each. We end it. Now inside, maybe outside I'll have a unordered list, and inside I'll have an li and an a tag, and here I'll have item dot title. I can have item dot title, or we can I think we can deconstruct them here itself. I don't know if this is the way. I think we have path also, right? Path metadata. Okay. Let's see if path comes up. Expected. Okay, so this should be in I think it's flower bracket. I thought, you know, we shouldn't use that. Here we don't need item. Now we just need path. Let's see. Yes, we are getting the path. Good. Now instead of path, we'll have metadata dot title. I think this can also be changed to title. If that is the case, destructured, then we can just use the title here. Oh yes, that is working, and the link is broken. Yes, nothing is mentioned here. We'll do something. We'll have path here. Now if path is used, the problem is, you know, it goes to the markdown file, and we know that, you know, it's not in markdown file. It's, if we strip off this markdown, only then we'll get that post. But we need to add blog also. Yeah, then we get the post. So we'll do something here. We'll have this template literal slash blog slash, we'll have this path, but we don't want the MD, so we'll replace that with replace that dot MD with empty string. Now let's see what happens. Okay, yeah, this is a nice index. Yep. Now there can be problems, like, you know, we are replacing MD and also we are getting MD. But one thing is, if you write all the posts in MD, this is good. But let's imagine you write one of the posts in like SVX, right? This is also a valid format in MD-SVX. Now the second post will not show here. That is because import.glob here is only getting markdown. In that case, what you can do is you can have this curly brace, and without spaces you can mention the other format, SVX. Now if you refresh, you'll get that. Now it won't work because this .svx is there. We'll have to use another replace. I don't know, this seems hacky. If you know a better way, you can let me know. SVX into an empty string. Now I'm replacing, if there is .md, you know, that will be replaced. Replace .svx into this. Now if I go here, I can go to second post, I can go to third post. Yep, everything works. I'll remove this. Now this is in /blog. If you go to /blog, you see this. What if you want this in your you know, maybe home directory, right, in the index itself? Now what do we have in index? Welcome. Okay, so we don't need that, we can just remove it. Now if I do that, it doesn't work because we have mentioned // and then find markdown. There is no there is about, but there is nothing else. Now instead you have to mention where they are. They are in blog directory, right, /blog. And then here, since we have mentioned /blog there, here it is not required. Now what happens? Yep, we got it. We still navigate to the posts. So this is how you can get the list of posts. It's, I know it's you know, it's lengthy. It takes some effort, but it's worth it. So yep, this is how we get a list of all the posts in Sveltekit. Thanks guys, I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.